House of Love is the ninth studio album, and 14th album by singer-songwriter Amy Grant, released in 1994, see 1994 in music. House of Love was Amy's follow-up to her quintuple platinum 1991 release Heart in Motion. Although House of Love sold less than half of what its predecessor sold, it similarly combines pop music with Christian values. Lucky One was the album's biggest hit at No. 18 Pop and No. 2 Adult Contemporary in the US, followed by the title song in a remake of Joni Mitchell's Big Yellow Taxi. Say You'll Be Mine also was a UK top 50 hit. When it was released in 1994, House of Love was the biggest initial release in Christian music history, shipping almost 500,000 copies on its first day alone. Copies of this album sold in Europe, Australia, and Japan feature the additional track Politics of Kissing. Some of the album's other tracks garnered more notice later on when covered by other artists. The Power, written by Tommy Sims and Judson Spence, is featured on Cher's 1998 album Believe, and Vanessa L. Williams had an AC hit with her version of Oh How the Years Go By. In 2007, House of Love was reissued and digitally remastered by Grant's new record label, Emmy, Sparrow Records. The remastered edition is labeled with a digitally remastered logo in the gutter on the CD front. Track listing: US version, Lucky One, Amy Grant, Keith Thomas, 411, Say You'll Be Mine, Amy Grant, Wayne Kirkpatrick, Keith Thomas, 404, Whatever It Takes, Amy Grant, Gary Chapman, Keith Thomas, 410, House of Love, duet with Vince Gill, Greg Barnhill, Kenny Greenberg, Wally Wilson, 438, The Power, Tommy Sims, Judson Spence, 354, Oh How the Years Go By, Simon Climby, Will Jennings, 512, Big Yellow Taxi, Joni Mitchell, 301, Helping Hand, Amy Grant, Beverly Darnell, Tommy Sims, 439, Love Has a Hold on Me, Amy Grant, Keith Thomas, 355, Our Love, Amy Grant, Tom Hemby, 508, Children of the World, Amy Grant, Wayne Kirkpatrick, Tommy Sims, 516, UK version, Lucky One, Amy Grant, Keith Thomas, 411, Say You'll Be Mine, Amy Grant, Wayne Kirkpatrick, Keith Thomas, 404, Whatever It Takes, Amy Grant, Gary Chapman, Keith Thomas, 410, House of Love, duet with Vince Gill, Greg Barnhill, Kenny Greenberg, Wally Wilson, 438, The Power, Tommy Sims, Judson Spence, 354, Oh How the Years Go By, Simon Climby, Will Jennings, 512, Big Yellow Taxi, Joni Mitchell, 301, Helping Hand, Amy Grant, Tommy Sims, Beverly Darnell, 439, Politics of Kissing, Amy Grant, Cliff McNeese, Wayne Kirkpatrick, 417, Love Has a Hold on Me, Amy Grant, Keith Thomas, 355, Our Love, Amy Grant, Tom Hemby, 508, Children of the World, Amy Grant, Wayne Kirkpatrick, Tommy Sims, 516, Say You'll Be Mine, Radio Mix, Amy Grant, Wayne Kirkpatrick, Keith Thomas, 357, Personnel, Amy Grant, Lead Vocals, Keith Thomas, Acoustic Piano, 1-3, 9, Synths, 1-4, 9, 11, Bass Programming, 1-3, 9, Drum Programming, 1-3, Percussion Programming, 9, 11, Electric Piano, 4, Additional Synthesizer Programming, 5, Mark Hammond, Drum Programming, 1, 2, 3, Drums, 9, Tommy Sims, Bass Guitar, 1, 4, 11, Synths, Bass and Drum Programming, 5, Jerry McPherson, Electric Guitars, 1, 3, 4, 11, Guitars, 7, Scott Dent, Acoustic Guitars, 1, 11, Will Owsley, Acoustic Guitars, 1, 5, Dan Huff, Electric Guitars, 2, Guitars, 6, 8, Acoustic Guitar, 9, Chad Cromwell, Drums, 4, 11, Kenny Greenberg, Acoustic and Electric Guitars, 4, Phil Madeira, Hammond B3 Organ, 4, 11, Terry McMillan, Percussion, 4, Judson Spence, Acoustic Guitars, 5, Jerry Douglas, Dobro, 5, Ron Huff, String Arrangements and Conductor, 5, The Nashville String Machine, Strings, 5, Carl Gorodetsky, Contractor, 5, Danny Duncan, MIDI Assistant, 5, Chris McHugh, Drums, 6, 7, Michael O'Mardian, Keyboards, 6, 7, 8, 10, Drum Sequencing, 8, Horn Arrangement, 8, Brent Rowan, Guitars, 7, Mandolin, 7, Danny O'Lanerty, Bass Guitar, 7, Eric Darkin, Percussion, 7, Gary Chapman, Lap Steel, 7, Mark Douthit, Saxophone, 8, Soprano Sax, 10, Mike Haynes, Trumpet, 8, George Tidwell, Trumpet, 8, Doug Moffat, Saxophone, 8, Tom Hemby, Guitars, Keyboards and Drum Programming, 10, Mark O'Connor, Violin, 11, Vince Gill, Guest Vocals, 4, Background Vocals, Amy Grant, 1, 2, 8, 11, Lisa Keith, 1, Athena Cage, 1, 3, Ada Dyer, 2-5, Judson Spence, 2-5, Audrey Wheeler, 2-5, Tommy Sims, 5, Donna McElroy, 6, 8, Ashley Cleveland, 6, 7, 8, Michael Mellett, 6, 7, 8, Gary Chapman, 7, Lisa Bevel, 7, and Chris Rodriguez, 8. Beverly Darnell, choir contractor, 11. Adult choir, 11. Leanne Albrecht, Jackie Cusick, Beverly Darnell, Lisa Glasgow, Gail Farrell, Sarah Huffman, Ellen Musick, Christine Stroop, Leah Taylor, Melody Tunney, Butch Curry, Rick Gibson, David Holloway, Michael Mellett, Donnie Monk, Guy Penrod, Gary Robinson, Bo Stroop, Scott Williamson and Chris Willis. Children Choir, 11. Katie Dunham, Aubrey Hunt, Shannon Love, Mary Catherine Musick, Isaac Darnell, Lance High, Asher Larison and Trevor Mathison. Production. Producers, Keith Thomas, 1 to 5, 9, 11, and Michael O'Mardian, 6, 7, 8, 10. Executive producers, Michael Blanton, Brown Bannister and Amy Grant. Production coordinators, Todd Moore and Susie Martinez. Engineers and mixing, Terry Christian, Bill Whittington. Assistant engineers, Sean McLean, Greg Parker, Scott Link, Keith Robisho, Mark J. Capps and John Dixon. Additional engineering, James Deneen, 6, 7, 8, 10. Mixing, 6, Mick Guzowski. Mastered by Stephen Markison. Design, Norman Moore. Art direction, Norman Moore and Richard Frankel. Photography, Albert Sanchez. Charts, album, Billboard, North America. Singles, Billboard, CCM Magazine, North America. Singles, UK Singles Chart. Year-end charts, end of decade charts. Commercial performance,